Hey everybody, what is going on? It's your boy Booty here, coming at you with a little Borderlands video. This is Moneyshot Moze, and it absolutely is a Mayhem 10 beast with Moze. Absolutely just wrecks the game. I've been working on this build for quite some time. I work full time, but I like to stream and I like to play Borderlands, so I'm throwing this video together to share it with everybody, and I hope you guys really like it. I enjoy it a lot. So this is a Chuck build, and it, like I say, it just absolutely wrecks the game. It's a different kind of Chuck build though, because you actually have to sort of aim with this build. You want to aim at their feet. You don't really want the Chucks bouncing off of them, because then they bounce away. You can spend as much time in Iron Bear with this build as you want, but it's really not needed, even at Mayhem 10. Iron Bear will get you out of sticky spots, but it's really not needed because there is just so much power behind this build. So we'll get into it, and you know, this build is centered around, guess what? I'm just gonna come out there and say it.
Holy nutballs! What happened to your freaking face?
This is a handsome jackhammer build, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh man, really? I picked that gun up and it shot it a few times, didn't do much damage, and then I reloaded it and it blew up and killed me. Well, same thing happened to me.
What a fucking bummer!
Later on in the game, I found a shock jackhammer and happened to have a transformer on. And it started this whole process of min-maxing this build. And I think it's pretty damn good. It's basically gonna face roll the game here. Red dots just absolutely disappear. Yeah, we're at Mayhem 10. Guardian rank is off. Yeah, let's just take a little walk up the street here. It's really fun to play. You basically, what you're doing here is you're trying to get direct hits with your fish slap, and that refills your ammo with the cut purse. And with the jackhammers, you're basically just trying to get close to them. You don't actually want to hit them, because if you hit them, it'll bounce off and go somewhere else. But if you launch a jackhammer, it'll bounce 5 times. And in doing so, it makes those lovely supernovas. And yeah, they just kind of wreck everybody, as you can see right there.
Motherfucker, see ya!
I'll go over the build here, and I'll show you the different variants that I have with this. But this is a really, really amazing build. So with the skill tree here, actually, let me just pop up a quick snapshot of the build here. The novas from this, you can't put any fire damage in your skills at all. No fire in the skag den, no cloud of lead, no experimental munitions, anything like that that's going to add incendiary damage to your novas is going to absolutely wreck you. So, like I say, I've been playing with this for about a month, and I think it's pretty tuned in. So, in the green tree first, we got match set, because the bigger the mags with the jackhammers, the more damage they have. Going on down, it's Scrappy. We got 4 points in that. Let me just pop back over into this so I can see what I'm looking at. Scrappy, we got weapon damage and swap speed. That's pretty much it for this. We don't really need the handling or the mode switch speed. Redistribution is going to give us regeneration of ammo and health on every critical hit. And those novas, they do critical hits. Anything that's inside the nova, if you got somebody's head inside the nova, it's going to crit. Scorching RPMs, more crit damage. Obviously, you want more crit damage. With redistribution and Russian offensive, you got all the life steal you need with these novas. It just absolutely, it keeps you full, especially when you're running a deathless and a bloodletter.
I have no idea what is going on!
That synergizes really well together. There's another point here later that actually synergizes with that well, I'll get to. Iron Bank, we had a point left over, so we put that in Iron Bank. When the skill cap goes up to 65, we're going to put 4 points in this just for the extra mag size and the damage. Specialist Bear, sure. We're not in Iron Bear very much with this build, but when you do, it's nice to have the extra damage. Especially we have a point in Auto Bear too, and with Auto Bear, it's always nice to take the aggro off of you, especially when you're being overwhelmed. Yeah, it's nice. So in the blue tree, we've got Grizzled. As I say, not much time in Iron Bear, so we're not going to do it. You can put points in this and take points out of Grizzled. If you spend more time in Iron Bear, go ahead. More power to you. It doesn't really matter. Tor Cross Promotion. We're doing lots of splash damage with these chucks. And it's amazing. So, yeah, let's double that in size. I'll give you a demonstration on that in a second. Means of destruction, 1 point in this. You don't need any more than 1 point. The grenades, you're gonna do a lot of splash damage, and you're gonna get a lot of grenades. So 1 point in this is plenty. Pull the holy pin, crit, 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 crit. Your chucks from the jackhammer count as grenade damage and gun damage. So it works really, really well together. Obviously, with redistribution and Russian offensive, you're going to be healing off of those crits too. So yeah, it's nice. This does a lot of damage to ground targets. Sometimes when you have a lot of air targets like the Malawan Bridge or in the Guardian Takedown, I like to hop into Iron Bear every once in a while and just take out everything in the air with active tracking. You can put 1 point in this or 2. You can have, basically 1 point or 2, depending on how many air targets and what situation you're in, but that's basically it. Into the red tree, you can also whip out a Plague Bear when your stacks are high, and I'll show you about stacks in a second here, but when your stacks are high, you can whip out a Plague Bear and basically take everything out of the air. We got a point in Security Bear, just moving down the tree. All 3 of these tiers are just basically moving down the tree. Armored Infantry, sure. Damage reduction, gun damage. It's a plus. Shield and maximum shield and recharge rate, sure. Thin Red Line, there's a lot of URAD under 50% health guns with this build, and this is a must-have. So you always want 3 points in Thin Red Line. No experimental munitions. We don't want any incendiary damage. Also, Selfless Vengeance. None of those points. So, full can of Whoop Ass. Sure, we're gonna recharge our shields when we get in and out of Iron Bear, into Iron Bear. Behind the Iron Curtain. Sure, 2 points in this as well, and 3 points in Desperate Measures. One thing, real quick, about Iron Curtain. You don't really need this when you're running the shock variant of this, because your transformers and your shock novas are going to recharge your shields. But when you're running the radiation variant, you're going to want this, obviously. Like I said, I've min-maxed this for the last month, and it's dialed in, so don't deviate from the points. Desperate Measures, you're going to want points in this. Fill it up. Gun damage up 100%. Like I said, the explosions of supernovas from the jackhammers, they're going to give you gun damage, so it's always a plus. Flanix Doctrine. Stack damage when you're killing an enemy. We're going to be running at about 10 stacks for the most part anytime we're mobbing. It goes up and down. If you're in the scrap trap yard, you're going to have a lot more than that. But 14% gun damage extra per stack at 10 is 140% gun damage. 210% extra shields. So you're getting 100% here. You're getting 140% here. It's massive, massive gun damage. Force feedback. You're going to, whenever you do a critical kill, like with redistribution and pull the holy pin, things of that sort, you're going to recharge your shields. This works amazing with the radiation variant of this build. And you actually need it because the capacity of the red suit is a lot smaller than that of the transformer. So this is a must-have as well. Tenacious Defense. Yep, we're going to need Tenacious Defense for the extra gun damage, and it's going to restore anytime you get in a sticky spot. You're going to hop into Iron Bear, hop out, you're going to get an extra 30% gun damage. Why not? So To the gear. Stack damage. This jackhammer right here does stack damage. It's gonna, every time you kill an enemy, you're gonna get 5% gun damage and reload speed. Reload speed is important with the jackhammer because you're just shooting and chucking. Shooting and chucking, shooting and chucking. And it stacks. So obviously with Flannex Doctrine, you're gonna bump up to 19% instead of 14%. And running at 10 stacks, 190%, you know, 260% on your shields. So it's a definite win-win. For big enemies, you got a 300 over 90 here. Works amazing. I wish I could find one of these in radiation. If anybody gets one, please send it my way. Like I say, we have a radiation variant of this, and we also have the shock, but I showed you the shock already. Let's do some radiation. So we're going to switch over to our fish slap. And yes, we are going through ammo pretty quickly because we're shooting and chucking. So we have a fish slap and a cut purse deathless. And of course a bloodletter. Splash, grenade, and weapon mag size is all going to buff your novas. Same thing with the cut purse deathless. I have a couple of these. Here, we'll just switch over to the regular one. The SMG damage and the other one, they're pretty much one and the same. But yeah, with the SMGs, I have some other gear in this build for SMGs if you want to do some TDR chucks instead of Hyperion chucks with the jackhammer. So that's a plus. This is our mobbing build with the bloodletter. When we're bossing, we're going to switch over to Minesweeper. I'll show you guys that in a second. So let's switch over to radiation and get some stacks going.
Now go punch some bad guys in the dick!
Like I say, you want to get direct hits with your fish slap, so you actually have to aim with this build. But with the jackhammers, you're basically just chucking by their feet, and you're gonna go down every once in a while with the radiation variant, but you're gonna come right back up real quick. Here, let's chuck one of these up here just to thin out that crowd up there. Let's chuck a couple. And every once in a while, you just want to chuck a fish slap grenade, and you're gonna reload all of your ammo here rather quickly with that fish slap grenade. Now, when the level cap comes and the fish slap grenade loses some of its punch, there's a fish slap kill right there. When it loses some of its punch, we're going to be using a cut purse, a cut purse launch pad. And with the cut purse launch pad, you just jump up, slam, and one slam is going to refill your ammo. I've already tried it. It works really well. And that also frees up our grenade, so we can use any grenade after the level cap increase. It's going to work really well. But yeah, this build really just kind of wrecks the game. Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, let me give you guys a demonstration on the Novus here with Toward Cross Promotion. With the points in Toward Cross Promotion, when the level cap comes, we're going to put 1 in there and max it out to 5. And we are going to put 4 points into Iron Bank. Now, the Novas on these, you see, sometimes they're medium, sometimes they're huge, like that. Sometimes they're small. That's Toward Cross Promotion at work. Anytime you are within one of those, or the enemies are within one of those Novas, they're going to crit. It just does massive amounts of damage. So it's a really fun build, and like I say, you actually have to aim. So you're aiming with your fish slaps, and your reloads, basically you just want to kind of throw them at their feet. And if, like I say, if they bounce off, they're going to go somewhere else. But if you put them in one place, they're always gonna bounce. Here, we'll throw one at the wall, and it just goes kind of crazy everywhere. It's the same thing when you hit an enemy with one of these. You never know where it's going to bounce to next. It's kind of fun, but yeah. So that's the general idea of the build. I'll show you guys some other stuff here. And yeah, it's a fun build. And here's my takedown setup that I use. In the first slot, I got my 300 over 90 and the stack damage. Either one of these are kind of interchangeable. Usually I'll try to get my stacks up first, and then I'll swap over to this once the stacks are at a good level, and of course swap back down if your stacks drop. I use this radiation jackhammer only at long range and make damn sure that it doesn't bounce back at you, because it will kill you. And for air targets, I'll hit them with the Plague Bear when the stacks are up high, but everything's pretty much the same. You got your action skill start, your fish slap, your cut purse deathless, and your bloodletter. Sometimes I'll switch out when I'm doing takedowns with the minesweeper. Obviously, when you have a mini boss or an end boss, you want to swap out on those real fast, and it's pretty easy to do it on the fly once you get used to it. But yeah. That's the major bossing build right there. And when I go full on radiation, I'm going to use my URAD jackhammer in the top slot and a Plague Bear to take out air targets, and hopping in and out of Iron Bear for lifesteal with either one of these. One does the Novas when you're in Iron Bear, and one gives you lifesteal. You're going to run a red suit with this, of course. Action skill start, red suit. Also, this is going to trigger tenacious defense every time you hop in and out of Iron Bear, so those are really nice. But use your fish slap and your cut purse for refilling your ammo, and your bloodletter. When you're going to come up against a boss, you might want to switch out to a minesweeper and an elemental projector deathless. As long as you got enough ammo to get through, the dot damage from the jackhammers will stick to you, unlike the transformer, and you'll get that extra damage. So it's pretty damn powerful for bossing. It just wipes out a lot of bosses. So give it a try. It's real fun. All right, so what's a build video without some gameplay? So we're gonna jump into here. I'll throw down some bosses and also some Malawan stuff. I'll do this is all Mayhem 10, true takedowns, bossing, that kind of stuff.
Thanks for the iridium, you turd farmer.
Very nice. High five.
Like I say, sometimes you're going to go down, but you're going to pop right back up. And things just die. With the fish slap, too, I'm going to be sad to see it go, and you'll see right here why.
Break your... Oh, gosh!
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen!
Alright, here's a little Grave Daddy action, Mayhem 10, Guardian rank off. This is obviously with a Sandhawk. Basically, going to do a little hop in and out of Iron Bear right before the floor tilts, and unload one clip on Grave Ward. And let that Minesweeper do its magic.
Else!
The jackhammer doesn't work for everything, but yeah, the build works with this too, with the Sandhawk. So give it a try. The points are all the same. Everything's basically the same, and yeah. Throw a bunch of dolls in there for the increased mag size in match set. Throw your shield and your grenade for bossing. And
Get rain!
let's hit up some Tyrene. Now, obviously, you can't use the jackhammer all the time. You gotta use your snipers to get those hits that are a little more precise. So I like the Sandhawk. You can use any sniper of your choice, though. Sandhawk just does tons of damage. Here with a couple of fish slaps, and trying to get away. She's trying to go immune. Not so fast.
This is fucking awesome!
Hey, everybody. All right. Let's do some true takedown with no Iron Bear. A friend of mine suggested this challenge. I said, sure. Why not? Let's do it. Let's watch some red dots disappear. Yeah, don't worry about those barrels. Just throw it, chuck at the ground. Goodbye, heavyweight.
Bring it.
Goodbye, heavyweight. Where are you going? Hate when they duck behind cover like this. For the modifiers, buddy system is fine. Those drones don't stand a chance. Of course, more than okay boomer is going to help out a lot. Those are pretty much what you're going for with your mayhem modifiers. There's a fish slap for you.
Oh, gosh!
Yeah, buddy system and more than okay boomer is pretty much all you need. Everything else doesn't really matter.
Entertainment!
Let's take that barrel out. Yeah, the barrel still dotted me. Crazy. No matter, let's get our stacks up and we won't worry about barrels anymore.
That's what I do.
Slippery. You know what? Let's switch over to our bloodletter. We were bossing, so I forgot to switch it back. This will bring our stacks up even higher, and our damage from our stacks. With those extra points in Flanix. And desperate measures. And you can actually run this with the Minesweeper too. I've done it both ways with both comms. Both of them are kind of equally as devastating. We need to kill something to get our stacks back up. Barrels don't even bother me anymore. I've seen a lot of red dots behind me. Thinking about actually putting on a singularity grenade like a quasar or something with this after the level cap when the fish slap doesn't work as well anymore, just to group everybody together, because when you can get multiple targets within a Nova, your chances of critting go up when there's more than one enemy in a Nova. You can also do that with Iron Bear with the singularity grenades with Iron Bear.
Come get some.
Let's deal with these flying suckers.
Stranger danger! Don't make this weird!
Don't worry, something will go down. We got stacks. There we go.
Pick the wrong fight.
Let's fill our shield back up. Just out of habit. Move on down the road here. We should be aiming at his feet. Sometimes I forget about that. Because your natural tendency is to aim right at enemies. And going back and forth between aiming with the fish slap and aiming at their feet with the jackhammer gets a little confusing.
Right?
This is fucking awesome!
The breaker. Oh, gosh.
Fish slap kill. When those things crit, and they're 3 levels below, they're 57. I really hope that they... let's deal with these flying enemies here.
We won't hurt you.
See if I can hit one with a jackhammer. Nope. Too damn zippy. Alright, let's throw something down on the ground here. Whip out our plague bearer. Oh, how did I go down? Oh yeah, I hope they bring the fish slap back at some point. They have to. Weird. Alright, well, let's take these guys out. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how the heavyweights do against the plague bear. I don't think I've ever done this.
If you don't love explosions, you're probably wearing women's underwear. Just saying.
We gotta watch our shields though. Drop a couple of chucks on the ground. Looks like we got some storm chuckers. Of course, those aren't going to do anything with the shock damage, so yeah. He's dead. Let's whip out our plague bear again. We got no stacks right now, so we got no extra damage. But that's okay. I'll edit the video and zip ahead. I uploaded a whole video to YouTube and then realized that I forgot the Valkyrie scene. So I'm going to dub on over it. Because, you know, we can't forget about the Valkyries. One of my favorite fights in the whole game. I have an interesting style of this. I like to come right up here with these guys and just drop some Novas on them. Get some money shots. Well, as long as I'm dubbing over this with my voice. Shout out to some of my Twitch people. I love you guys. Wolf, Spathy, Rectifex, Techno Dragon, Scoops, Harfmill, Snaky Turtle, Sunstreamer, Only Asher, Hacks HD, yeah, Hacks, man, we got to get this up on your in your database. Oh, the Real Ogs, hey, what's up, Og Squad, Nally and Ace.
You're done.
I said Only Asher, didn't I? Only Asher, my PS4 buddy.
That's just what I do.
That was a nice blood explosion. Who am I missing? I don't know. Kentucky Wildcats, BT Norway. Haters MD, can't forget Haters MD, Z Life and Pluto. Mystique Siren. Mic Check Gaming. Oh, I can't forget JT Carp with the hype banana. My man. I love you guys.
Your kind words are appreciated.
Triple kill
There's
connection. What's the
2-minute Valkyrie fight
Those are
with
advanced mechs, but we're after
Moneyshot
something bigger.
Moze.
Keep going.
Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Here comes Wotan. Alright, here we go. No Iron Bear. Moze versus
Here they
Wotan.
come.
Let's see if I can get it done.
Outside, hit dead.
Get out of here. He cryoed me.
Damn it!
Cry out my ass.
Alright, well, let's stall for a second, get all these ads out here so we can get some more legendaries. Look at all those red dots. All grouped together for me. That's nice. Thank you.
Oh my God, that was badass!
Everybody spread out. Stupid flying balls everywhere. We got some stacks right now. We'll be okay. I'll try to take some of these balls out with our jackhammers. If I can aim fish slaps.
I'm on a freaking roll.
There you go. He dodged me. Alright. Back to business. Let's go deal with Wotan. I could run right up to him and hit him with the jackhammers, but this is just a little bit easier. Plus, we got those balls flying around. We can take some of those out too at the same time. Better switch back to my jackhammers and throw one at the ground. One more shot off.
Freaking multi-kill.
And now we're back to full on our shields. Alright, where are you at? Yeah, now you're on the ground. Let's go toe to toe with him. Sure, why not? Oh shit, I should have thrown one at my feet. Where's it? Okay. Alright, we're safe. Boom. Let's take out the better half first. Okay. I love the plague bear.
On fire, stupid.
Sometimes I forget you gotta keep pulling the trigger though. Like a Jacobs or something. Can't just hold it down and rapid fire it. Alright, well that's... looks like we're done. Yep, there we go. So enjoy the build, everybody. There's a save file in the Discord. Check me out on Twitch. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the build. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I would appreciate it. So you guys, hope you had an amazing summer and have a great winter. Let's get hyped for the DLC.
Love you.